exactly. So I didn't know that so you're paying over $200 some dollars per agent, just for
Just for a seat on the bus.
yeah, for a seat in the book. And now you have 30 people plus in your that's on your team. And how much do you pay per agent for those people?
Zero.
That's right.
Like there's no minimum agent count that I have to carry with EXP. And one of my concerns, like, because at the time my perception was Remax was a bigger name here in the area, and
Yeah.
when I switched over, I didn't switch to EXP to be a recruiter. Like my goal was never to recruit. My goal is to operate a team out of a model so we can expand, but not to recruit. But what I found is that when I switched over to EXP, just because the model made so much sense, it was so easy to recruit. Like I'm not even trying to recruit. People will come. We onboarded like 4 or 5 people in the last couple of weeks, and I spent a total of maybe 10 minutes on the phone. Don't follow my model, but like I spent 10 minutes on the phone, like calling people to schedule appointments, to schedule like the actual interviews or whatever, and we onboarded 5 people in the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, that's fantastic. And if you're an independent broker owner or you're a team leader, I mean, that's kind of your job usually, is to grow and build your team. You can call it recruiting, attracting, people come to you or whatever it might be, but to grow your business to big levels, you need to attract agents. And you're saying you came over to EXP not to grow your team, just to be able to obviously reduce cost, right? Mm-hmm. I heard that. Probably also because of all the free coaching and training that you and your agents get, right? So you're not paying for the high expense coaching that we used to pay for, right, to grow our business. Now we get it. Now we're getting it absolutely free from people doing 10 times more business than you and me put together, right?
Let me tell you about that. That's actually funny you said that. When I joined EXP, before I joined EXP, I was the big dog. Right. I came from like the coaching organization where I wasn't the top, but I was in the top tier. I came from the old franchise organization where I was in the top tier, and I joined EXP thinking I was in the top tier. And the first person I met was Matt Smith, and I was introduced to Matt Smith, and one of my sponsors said, "Hey, meet Matt. He sells like 700 homes a year." And I was like, "Oh my gosh, I'm back in the bottom tier here. Like I gotta learn a lot." And Matt knows this story because I told him the story. I was like, "By the way, like you blew my mind the first time I met you," because I told him I was used to being the big dog, and I'm like, "Oh, I have to learn it all over again here." Like apparently, there are ways to sell way more, and what I used to know is not what I need to know now. And there's a lot of things that I didn't know before that these people at EXP knows, because they're all outselling me, which is great. Like that's one of the ways to grow. You cannot grow if you're not uncomfortable, right? If you're comfortable, you're gonna stop growing. And so I can be honest with you, I was already comfortable where I was before. I was comfortable at the old company. I was comfortable at the coaching program. I was never forced to grow. I didn't have to attend conferences. I can just sit around and do nothing, and I was comfortable. When I joined EXP, I was like, holy macaroni! Like all these people all these team leaders are selling way more than I am. Maybe I have to grow. Maybe it's time for me to relearn stuff and change my whole paradigm about how to do things.
That's right. I believe when you surround yourself with other like-minded people that are doing a lot more business, they help bring you up, right? No matter what level that you're at, there's always another level. And yeah, we can be comfortable. My partner and I were selling like 300 homes a year. We were very comfortable as well, but we didn't have the multiple streams of income, and we also had all the liability in the high level expense, right? And a lot of people just don't know what's available out there now because of the models that have coming in. So it's pretty incredible. It's been life-changing for me as well. We got a question from Michael asking. He says, how does your centralized team in the DC area handle lead generation? He says, I live in College Station, Texas, but lived briefly in Wheaton, Kingston, Maryland a long time ago.
Got it. So that's a very good question. We have multiple streams, multiple channels where we do marketing lead generation. We partner with Ojo, we partner with OpCity, and that's one of the ways we do it. We're 60% referral based. So we spend a lot of time with our clients, our past clients, to make sure we get referrals, to give them a great experience, and we get referrals, reviews, and repeat clients. And then we also do some lead generation through YouTube. So we do a lot on YouTube, not a little bit. We do a lot on YouTube educational stuff, where we do video contents on the biggest mistakes buyers make, why you should buy today versus waiting, like the cost of waiting. So we do a lot. I think we produce, not every day, but I think weekly we will release like 2 to 3 videos at a time for buyers and sellers, and that's how we get a lot of what we do. And we spend money on those ads on YouTube too, so we get the views and we get people through there. We do radio, so we spend money on radio, and that's it is an investment, because the radio is you're not gonna get like a call immediately on day number 1, but over time you build out that brand, you build out the name recognition, you build out your message, and people will get calls today from the radio and they're like, oh, we heard you 8 years ago, from like the guy who already retired who used to run your ads. They're like, we remember that original ad, we're finally ready to sell. So we've been on the radio now for 7 or 8 years, and so like that's what we do. We're big on social media as well. Social media, pay-per-click, radio, TV, YouTube, and then we partner with some companies where we don't have to pay upfront, like Ojo, OpCity.
Right.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So about how many homes are you guys selling per year now?
About 300, 280. Last year we did 290 homes. This year it's going to be a little bit down because we had, the market shifted. So we made a little bit of changes this year, but I think this year we're going to end up around 225 homes, 230 homes.
That's great. I mean, it's still, in a market where things had changed and adjusted for sure, but the future is bright because of the setup of how you're going to be able to continue to increase, right?
Absolutely. I can't even imagine if I still had the old overhead that I had at the old company, and the market shifted the way it did this year. Like, man, I am glad that I'm here with EXP, and I don't have all the overhead that I used to have. And then having the rev share coming in consistently every single month, just getting paid on the agents that we were able to attract to the company.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's a big deal. I got a lot of people that got plugged in only for the reason to help grow their business. They wanted the free coaching and training. They wanted the collaboration. Some came because of the health insurance, being able to get really great health insurance. Some because of the low caps and so forth. And a lot of them aren't interested in growing a team or agent attraction. They're solo agents and they just want to sell more. But what I've noticed is when you get plugged into the right team or business partners, and they willingly help you grow, right? And they double their business. Then their real estate friends are saying, geez, how did you went from 20 to 40 deals this year? Mm-hmm. How are you doing that? And it's because of, when we help our partners win, we all win.
I love that. That's one of my biggest beliefs. It's a Zig Ziglar saying, right? Zig said, if you help enough people get what they want, you get what you want. Yeah. Whenever I'm recruiting agents, I'm bringing agents to a company. I'm like, hey, this is our golden rule number 1. Just help people. Right. Help them get what they want.
And it wasn't like that before. I mean, your team, your personal team at Remax, I'm sure you guys helped each other, your team a little bit, and you being the team leader helped everyone. But the agents themselves, there wasn't anything in it for them to really help the other counterpart.
Exactly. Right? So people ask me, like, how did you grow so fast? And one of the reasons we were able to grow is now there's actually an incentive for my agents, for my partners, because they're my business partners with my agents on the team. They're incentivized to also attract people to the company, to the team, or to the EXP, to EXP the company. And then because now they're bringing their friends over to the company, because it's their friends, they're helping their friends grow. It's like easier, it's more natural for them. They don't have to be like a quote unquote recruiter. They're just being themselves. They're just bringing people in who asked, one of my agents brought in her best friend to our team just recently. And today I just got that best friend just hit our top producer number for the month of August.
That's awesome.
How cool is that?
Yeah, that's really cool. Yeah, it's friends helping friends, and that's just what it's all about, right? And that really hasn't changed in the industry. I mean, that's a big reason of how agents or how companies did grow is you're really enjoying what you're doing. You love your broker. You get a lot of support, and your friends maybe not loving it of where they are. Hey, come work with me. But the agent themselves, and the agent came over, but the agent that shared it with their friend maybe got a $25
like a Starbucks gift card
if they were lucky, right?
That's what I used to get.
Yeah.
Audio Jungle.